Alrighty, so I'm gonna do a quick review on Top Gun Maverick. Um, so I actually did see this movie a little while ago when it was in theaters. So I didn't really know what to expect with this film because I hadn't seen the first film. So I just checked it out. I heard a lot of buzz about it. I was like, Top Gun, okay. Didn't see the first one, but I'll check this out. I kind of just knew the premise that it was about pilots in the Navy, and that's really all I knew going into it. So I didn't know what to expect. I didn't really. All I knew was like Tom Cruise was like the star of the film, and so I went and saw the film. It's very exhilarating. It is very exciting. There are a lot of obviously like the stunts with the planes, and you know Tom Cruise actually is like a trained pilot, so he does some of those stunts himself. It was definitely exciting, visually when you're in a theater and you can hear the like those sonic booms and just see the altitude that they're at, on the big screen. It just looks so cool. It's just so fun. Um, so it was really good. The story's decent. The story is pretty. It's not it's kind of simple, but it works well. It's kind of it's simple, but it's effective in the story that it's trying to tell. So basically, you have these Navy pilots, and they have this mission to basically they have to take out this facility in, I think, Iran, because they have violated some type of accords to where they're developing nuclear weapons and things like that. So all these nations decided on this accord that these nations wouldn't develop nuclear weapons. So Iran violates that, and then yeah, so that's their mission, that they have to go and basically blow up that facility. And so there are these new recruits, and Tom Cruise trains the new recruits. Maverick trains the new recruits, and so Goose's son is played by Miles Teller. And obviously, they didn't have to give a whole lot of context because obviously you had the dialogue and little subtle things here and there to where, like, yeah, we knew um, that Goose died in the last movie, and that his son is now wanting to like live up to his father's legacy and become like a great pilot. And so Miles Teller's character, there's times where like he has animosity towards Tom Cruise, towards Maverick, and you can feel that tension, because he feels that Maverick is responsible for his father's death. So even when there's not the stunts and the action when they're flying, there's still a lot of good parts. There's some nice romance in there with Jennifer Connelly's character. I don't know her name, but Jennifer Connelly, and she plays the love interest of Tom Cruise. And previously they had a thing, and then he left to do his pilot stuff again, so it never worked out. So it's kind of a it's kind of like a old flame being rekindled, between those two. So there's some good love story in there, just a little bit. But the final when they go to the actual mission, because they were training, they kept doing these simulations up until the point, and it was like a race against time because they only had like a couple weeks to actually the get this simulation right, to where they have to complete the simulation, and because that will give them the best chance of doing it in real life. And so obviously Maverick came in, he trained them, and then when they carried out the real mission, it was so cool. It was awesome. Like it was tense. You're just like, you're on the edge of your seat when you're watching this, because it's like, man, it's like they're winding in between these narrow canyons and everything, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, are they gonna pull this off? It's just like it's awesome. I mean, it's just awesome to see. And great characters. Honestly, they were the best pilots in the world basically, and of course, there's going to be like internal strife between some of the characters. Obviously, with Miles Teller, his character Goose's son, he's obviously like trying to prove himself to like be the best, and he's not the one following all the orders. He kind of wants to do things his own way, and Maverick has to kind of basically be that. He doesn't want to, obviously he doesn't want to act like his father, but he wants to honor his former wingman Goose, and he still wants to train Goose to be the best they can without trying to, I guess, disrespect Goose's legacy. There was some parts where there's tension between their characters, being Goose's son and Maverick, because obviously Goose's son kind of blames Maverick for the death of his father. So there's a lot of good parts, just like interpersonal relationships and things like that, and yeah, so it's just so cool because Goose's son eventually, he's kind of stressed out when they're on the final mission, and he doesn't think he can do it, but he gets his head back in the game, and they complete the mission. Basically, they complete the mission, and unfortunately, Maverick gets shot down, and Goose's son actually disobeys orders. Instead of going to the carrier where he's supposed to, he goes back to save Maverick. And then later, the runway that they destroyed, because they wanted to basically eliminate the response of the Iranians, so they destroyed their runway. So basically, that runway, they actually use it to basically get back in the air and escape. So it's super cool. It's super exciting. It's thrilling. It's just fun. It's a great movie. I would recommend it to anybody, um, especially like action movie fans, because it's definitely action packed. So I would definitely recommend Top Gun Maverick. I'd probably give this film. I mean, reviews are out there. I think it's pretty high, upper 90s. Not that I really care about critic reviews, but critic reviews are good. I would give this film, honestly, I mean, I don't do this often, but I would probably give this film like a 10 out of 10. Honestly, it's just that good of a film, and I think it may still be playing in theaters. It's going pretty strong. It's like, I know they passed like 1.4 billion. But yeah, definitely a great movie. And if you have not seen Top Gun Maverick, you need to go see it and check it out because it's a lot of fun, and I know you're gonna like it.